Now, this is links of videos that I made while living in Texas. I have another PDF, which is 10 times longer than this, from New Mexico and other states that I've lived in. So I have been on public TV. I've been to the Senate, had a meeting with a lot of politicians. I've been to the state governor's office, assistant state governor's office in Texas, state attorney in New Mexico, in Austin, and there's no response. So the White House, they know about this. I've contacted them. I've contacted DHS's, I forgot which wing it is, the person that runs, oversees DHS. Not one response. These are all committees which are supposed to investigate. So they're refusing to even acknowledge that this activity is occurring. I've contacted UN countless times. DHS will just hang up the phone. There's no support. Hello, fellow TIs. Now, this is a report that was found in a leak called the Blue Leaks. So I downloaded it. I blacked out my name, my last name, personal information, my license tag. This report is totally false. I never received this. This is not a report that was given to me by the Fusion Center. I went to the Fusion Center on 6/3/2016, seems like yesterday, because it was discovered that I was being harassed by a group called Citizens Corps programs, which includes like Fire Corps, AmeriCorps members. They participate at times, a variety of groups. Even the Northern Command U.S. Army is listed as stakeholder, Central Intelligence Agency, FBI, InfraGard, local city of Austin, the ADL. The list is enormous. So when I went to the Fusion Center, as advised by local police, they told me you need to go to this building on the side. It's a law enforcement building, to see if they can help direct you where you need to go to file a complaint on a public safety partner. This is what ended up happening. So I go there. I was nicely dressed. I go into this law enforcement building. I forgot the name of the street. There's like a fast food joint right next to the Fusion Center. So I go down this side road right next to the public safety office, and then there's this white law enforcement building that has a few steps to go up, and there's this clear glass right there when you walk in. And I told the lady what I was trying to do, and she told me, okay, you just need to go to the Fusion Center, park in the back, go to this building right here, and just talk to them and see how they can help you. So that's what I did. When I go there, I never piggybacked behind no one. That is what this report states, that I piggybacked to go through there. Now, I had talked to Department of Public Safety after leaving the place. I told them I never piggybacked. Look at the security footage. I walked right in there. The guy that's a janitor, he held the door right open for me. I just walked right in. I went directly to the security officer. There's like this main area where there's an old man in this area. There's glass. I told him what I was trying to do, and he told me, oh, if you want to file a complaint, you need to go to this other building, which is tied to the Fusion Center, but it's the State Governor's Office of Emergency Management. So the Fusion Center is actually the Texas State Governor's Office of Emergency Management. And the FBI, CIA, AT&T, a DoD defense contractor, was there. There was even women that had harassed me in the community. This lady, she wore white earbuds, and she'd be dropped out of a car. She would just walk up to me, whistle, then go back into a car and leave. She didn't even live where I live at. So I talked, let me go back. So when I'm in this Fusion Center building, the first building, they told me, you're in the wrong spot. We can't help you here. You need to go to this other building. So I decided that I didn't have time for that. I had to go to school. So upon leaving, I talked to an FBI joint counterterrorism agent. I was very polite, and a bunch of women came out of the Texas state governor's office, and people were screaming at this one girl, "Don't do it, don't do it." Me and that guy kept looking that way, and this woman walked right up to me wearing white earbuds, and then she just whistles one time. So I don't think that FBI agent caught on to what was going on. So supposedly they issued her a no trespassing warning. Then I find out the report, they told my family this, that the report is now missing. She was actually not trespassing. She was working at the Fusion Center. So then when I was leaving, I told them that I will come back to issue a court order for you guys to come to court. These people, what they were doing was wrong. They were issuing me a no trespassing citation when I wasn't hostile, and when I was told this is where I needed to go. I went there with the intentions of going there, doing a complaint, and going to school, not looking for a problem. So now I have this report. So the only report that I was giving was a no trespassing warning, and I should have contested it, but since it's not a criminal citation, I didn't contest it. But now this is actually on my record, even though it's not a criminal citation. This is a false report. And there's a guy named Chance Collins. He called my family, seeing that it was a woman from AT&T that confronted me and all this stuff. She was issued a no trespassing citation. Now that report is missing. Chance Collins was in trouble for assaulting someone and writing a false report. So I find that really interesting. He runs the Texas Rangers for Department of Public Safety. So I wonder if he wrote this report. I'm not sure, but there is no name on this report, on who wrote this report. But this report was found in the Blue Leaks, the largest hack on law enforcement. So now anywhere I move to, I am most likely going to be harassed. And I've written multiple letters trying to share my side, asking for video proof, no response. I guarantee you they have no video proof. This place is packed with cameras. I guarantee you that their video footage will not match up with what my old camera had. See, I wear a little camera on the side, and anytime I go to a police department or a federal agency for help, I'm actually recording. I'm just going to share a few things concerning my life and my targeting. I'm not going to read it out loud. If you want to pause the video, you can. So if you notice that I turn the camera towards me, it's because there's certain pages I don't want to share. So I'm just going to point the camera at me. This is my car in Austin, Texas. The wiring harness was cut razor thin. It was not an animal. And the wiring harness cost the same price as the car. Very expensive. This is from PAX International. So if you want to read it, you can just pause it for a second and go into page 2. Okay, let me skip a few pages. I'm going to cover up my name here. And I'm going to share this because this has the email address of an ex-FBI agent. And so let's keep going. I have police reports. I have filed complaints to DHS's Civil Rights Office. Let me keep going. Let me cover up my email here. I've received threats. More threats. Let me cover up my email here. I've contacted Department of Justice. It's a little snapshot. Let me have more complaints here. And this also explains about Citizens Corps in the U.S. Army. Let me see here. What else do you have? Okay, let me see. Unless something else. DOD complaint. Let me cover up my info here. This was written to Mayor Steve Adler on 9/4/2016. I was being harassed every day. Town manager. Let me see what else I have here. Texas State Governor. I even went to his office. When I went there, the Texas Department of Public Safety did a background search on me. So there was no help. I had to leave school. Cybertext. One of the guys there would harass me every day, and he even handed me a piece of paper with my social security number. What I was going through was crazy, so I decided to leave the class. It was just too toxic. I would stay up hours daily to try to improve my life. I was also harassed by this guy in Austin, Texas. And here's, I got another woman. Her name is Cheryl Lyon Wells, Wells. She harassed me. She has a Navy Army Credit Union account on file. I was going through her trash. Was harassed a lot in New Mexico. The people would drive unmarked cars. It was elderly men, and they would just walk up to me and whistle. It was crazy. I also filed a complaint, and the complaint is now restricted. When I left Cybertext, I went to a program called free.net. I was called a bitch, and I was told by my teacher that I was reported as a terrorism threat by FEMA and the U.S. Army. So at that time, I was driving an hour a day to go to school. I bought clothes, was studying late every night, and I went to this building. It's like 8-9 stories. It's with the city, and tried to file a complaint. It's like with the city school board concerning what happened there, and no response. Oh, this is when I lived in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And there was a target group. And I was so excited to get involved in this program, free.net. So I left Cybertext because I was like, I think the program was 18,000 at that time. So I had to leave that too. Let me see what else I have here. There's something else that's interesting. Let me see if I can. Hold on 1 second. Because I don't want to expose my personal information. Well, this report doesn't seem right, and this is the information that I had wrote down right here before the security even came, and their report has stuff that's different. Let me see what else. Here's something else. Let me cover my email up. DHS complaint to the Civil Rights Office. Let me cover up my email. I slept in a bathtub for a little bit. Keep going. I had to file a complaint on my doctor. Let me see here. Let me cover up my email, my information. This is with the Texas Medical Board. When I went to file a complaint on my doctor, she put down that I stated that the FDA was following me, and I told her one day that I was being harassed by a group called Citizens Core Programs. I needed anxiety medication to something temporarily. She put down the FDA. What's really interesting is that she used to work with a Citizens Core partner, and my neighbor right across the street from me at the time worked at the same place, and I reported harassment from him. So she put down a false report.